So we're going to finish up with just a little conversation. We like to ask our guests some questions or just sharing a story about what got you interested in your field or some of your hobbies. Maybe.
Why you haven't left your field yet?
Yes.
Why there's not enough math in it?
Yeah. What do you have any inspiring stories from your past you want to?
So it's funny. So the summer before my senior year of undergraduate, I was interning at a NASA site, and I really was like, well, I think they got all the answers, right? I think all these smart people I've met, they figured everything out.
I used to work at NASA. That was not my experience.
I was really smart, dude.
How many meter feet should we put in here?
And I just remember having that conversation of, I think, you know, well, what else is left for me to do if I go to grad school to find out, right? And then when I did grad school, and then I started my own lab, but it was this thing of, for all the young people out there are so many questions we don't have answers to. And what I think is important about this diversity in science, not just who you are, but your experience, where you've been, what you've learned, because the way that I approach sickle cell has been different than everyone else for the last 106 years, which at first I thought, these are probably dumb questions because they had 100 years to look at them.
Right.
Turns out, no one wanted to approach it the way we were, and we're able to make some new insight there. So I think everyone who thinks that we know things or that your ideas aren't that good, there's so much out there that we don't know. So go for it.
Trust your instincts.
It's kind of the modern version of the wacky thought experiments about trains and spaceships and tunnels. They thought he was that.
Exactly.
So you're in good company.
Yeah.
And Laura, where did your interest in astrophysics and Einstein's equations? You grew up with partial differential equations, I presume.
Well, actually, the roots of my interest in this go back to when I was about 7 years old, and my mom keeps repeating this story in case I forget. And back then I was saying, when I grow up, I'm gonna go to America, and I'm gonna be a scientist. I also briefly thought I'm gonna be a nun, and I'm gonna go to cloister, but then that didn't happen. So
but Howey physics is close to that.
I closed myself in my office with all my physics books. But yeah, I started doing particle physics. I was studying neutrinos because neutrinos are very hard to find. But I want to challenge it with something really hard to find.
Yeah.
But then they were found. So
Did you hear there's like possibly a fourth flavor?
I thought it was the neutrino.
The neutrino.
So when there are neutrinos, we've seen that mass. So hey, gravitational waves, nobody believes in those. So I'll go and work with that for 15 years, and now we found them. So
Sorry,
yeah, I guess
next up, unicorns.
I think so. I need myself a challenge.
Yeah.
So basically, we're looking at astrophysics and the convent, very similar, except you get to eat on Fridays.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, let's once again thank you. I want to give a shout out to again to the Atlanta Science Festival, also Georgia Tech, who's been a big sponsor of Science Today.
The College of Science.
The College of Sciences, and also actually I want to thank Mark Merlin and the Atlanta Science Tavern, big, huge supporters of science here in town. Let's give them all a hand.